Welcome guys, we're out here at Lake Carapero with the beautiful Fin Chaser 430 tiller. We thought we'd do a bit of a motor shootout to help our customers understand what motor out of the Mercury and Suzuki is going to suit them when they're looking at a new 430 tiller. Ross, do you want to tell us a little bit about the legacy of the 430 tiller?
Yeah, the little 430 tiller Fin Chaser we started building back in 2011, and we've literally sold hundreds and hundreds of them. They've probably set the benchmark for an entry-level capable boat that's seaworthy. So we get lots of people asking us, should I get a 30, should I get a 40, should I get a Mercury, should I get a Suzuki? Some of the people want another brand. We can organise that if we have to, but this is what we focus on and this is what we've got to work with today. So we thought we'd do a test with the 42 strokes and the 44 strokes, and we're going to put them through their paces for fuel economy, top speed, acceleration, and do a bit of filming, have some fun. Max reckons he's going to drive his faster than me. I reckon I'm faster than him.
Yeah, we're a bit competitive, so we're going to draw straws to see who gets the Merc and who gets the Suzuki, and up first it's going to be the 4 strokes. So come and have a look and we'll rip into it.
You want to do paper, rock, scissors?
All right, paper, rock, scissors.
Your
I win.
choice.
Oh,
It's a big choice.
yeah, I'll have the Suzuki on this one, eh?
Okay.
All right, so we've got the boats in the water. I've got the Suzuki here. We've got 2 identical spec boats, same weight. Both got 20 litres of fuel in them and a battery. And we've got 2 people on each of them to simulate a normal type of load. Straight out of the box, just absolutely thrash them. So, we're gonna warm them up first, and then we'll do some acceleration tests and some top speed tests for you. All right, so we've just been out on the water with the 2 44 strokes, the Merc and the Suzuki. Yeah, there's definitely, the acceleration was very similar, top speed was very similar. Important to note, both props were just the standard out of the box options, so which we've obviously selected for these boats, but nothing.
How is your revs on the Suzuki's got the rev counter on the little handle, hasn't it, Max?
Yeah, that's the definite benefit of the Suzuki, is it has a digital rev counter. So I was seeing 6,000 RPM, and if I trimmed it up a little bit too much, it'd hit the rev limiter and that'd slow me down. So yeah, that's a definite benefit.
Yeah, with the Merc, I was having to do it by feel, and on the first go, I did a slight over trim and cavitated, went back down. It was interesting going along. Max, you got the jump on me on the very first go, and the old racing trick of I got Gary, we were in behind, and so I got Gary to come down the back, and that helped us catch up to Max, and then he saw me doing that, and he put Wayne down the back, and then he stayed the same or started to gap us. So they are so close. There would be half a mile an hour in it. What did you guys reckon about?
Well, as a passenger, I actually thought both boats went pretty much the same, but I actually like this one the most because it's got the padded seats.
Fair enough. What about you, Gaz?
Well, to be fair, I had about 70 kilos on the halfback, so it was a prop and a halfback racing, but I felt the Suzuki was a little bit smoother, whereas the Merc definitely it sounded like it was a lot gruntier. So one was a bit smoother than the other one, but not much in it at all.
All right, we're gonna take the 2-strokes out now and give them a burn. So see you out there. All right, guys, we just did the 2-stroke shootout, and we have to mention that these are run-out models in New Zealand. Australia, they can't even buy these, but this will still be of interest to a few people out there. Just shows what the 40 horsepower 2-stroke goes like compared to the 44. Interesting enough, we noted that our Suzuki 40 was about half a mile an hour quicker than the Suzuki 4-stroke, so there was nothing in it. Max, what did you find on yours for top speed? We actually found, and this Merc has trim and tilt as opposed to the Suzuki that doesn't, so I was able to trim it up a little bit higher than the Suzuki, and that's where we actually got 3 knots more than the 4-stroke. So a bit of extra pep, gets up on the plane really well. But yeah, a little bit trickier to start and whatnot. So yeah,
there's not much in it. It would come down to if you played with props, you'd probably get that difference, because 40 horsepower seems to be 40 horsepower, which is what you'd reckon. So yeah, interesting. The Suzuki is premix. The Mercury's got oil injected. The Suzuki has got manual trim, and the Merc's got electric trim and tilt. They both are electric start. So they both work really well. it basically comes down to your budget, what you pay for what you get, don't you?
Yeah, you're about $1,500 to $2,000 less for a Suzuki with no power trim and tilt than you are for the Merc two-stroke here. So yeah.
So if you were maybe not as strong or a bit older or something, maybe the Merc would be a good upgrade to have that electric trim and tilt. But like we said, these are run-out models and not going to be available once the ones we've got are sold. So just out of interest, it's good to do. And we're going to do a shootout with the whole 4 shortly. Wayne over there is probably going to win no matter what he gets in, because everything we've tested today seems to be about weight, doesn't it?
Yep, no, absolutely. So, Gaz, what did you think about the two-strokes?
That Suzuki, there wasn't too much in it. Definitely more noise on the 2-strokes than the 4-strokes. The 4-strokes are a heck of a lot more smoother. Acceleration is pretty much the same.
Yep, no, awesome. And what about you, Wayne?
I think the electric trim is definitely a lot more convenient.
Cheers. All right, well, we'll go and test these 4 at the same time and give you a bit of a visual reference of the acceleration difference or not difference.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah. How are we going to pick who gets which boat?
We're going the smallest one.
Yeah. What's the smallest one?
They're all the same size boat.
Okay, Wayne, you pick first. Which one do you want?
I'll go in the 2-stroke Suzuki here.
Okay, Gaz.
I'll go Suzuki 40.
Okay.
I've got what's left. Let's go.
So we've just had all 4 boats out and given it a bit of a speed and acceleration test, and it was definitely the Merc 42 stroke that took the title out there. The Suzuki 2-stroke was next closest, and then the 2 4-strokes were pretty neck and neck. So yeah, have you got anything more to add?
Probably comes down once again to power to weight ratio. You know, the 2-strokes are just a little bit lighter, but that's snappy, that little 42-stroke Merc, that definitely, you could feel it when you twisted the throttle. It just jumped out and still had good top speed. Pretty awkward to reach back and do the trim. Didn't do that in the end, and just had it set similar like the Suzuki's on one trim. But yeah, once again, they're within a mile an hour or so each other. It's not 5 mile an hour the difference. So pretty good testing, and it's neat to be able to do all that together, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, and like you touched on with the reaching back to do the trim on that 2-stroke, both of the 4-strokes have big tillers with trim and the gear selection on the tiller steer, which is a real advantage over the 2-stroke model. So that's definitely a lot nicer. They're all fully adjustable as well, so you can swing them left, right, up, down, and clear all your seat and everything. So they were both nice to drive on the tiller. That's about it. Yeah, sweet. We're going to do some fuel economy testing now. So what we're going to do is we've made up some little tanks, and we're going to run the current tanks out on each boat, and then we're going to start with 1 litre in each and see how far we can get up the lake. So we'll get some footage now of pouring out the litre, and so it's all scientifically recorded, and then we'll go and run them down the lake and mark some coordinates. Ready? He's trying to save a bit of gas, being a bit slower.
So it appears out of the Suzuki and the Merc 2-stroke that the Merc's still humming along. Maybe it's because Wayne's a bit lighter than me and Max.
Yeah, Wayne's had a few less pies than Tim, I think.
A few less protein shakes than Wayne. They're still going a long way.
Looks like you guys got about 1.7 nautical miles. We got 1.4. It's a bit different. So we've just finished the 2-stroke test, and on the 1 litre of fuel, the Mercury 40 was the winner. It did 1.7 nautical miles, and the Suzuki did 1.4 nautical miles. So still good fuel economy for a 2-stroke, and yeah, pretty simple.
Be interesting to see where the 4-strokes line up. You know, everyone talks about how much fuel economy better they are. We've normally found that they are a lot better. So
What's your guess?
I reckon that they'll go almost double.
So three nautical miles per litre.
Almost double.
I reckon about 2.5.
Okay.
We'll see, eh?
What's your guess, Wayne?
I think we'll double it.
Double or nothing? Gaz?
Double.
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 Oh, there's not much variation in our bets there, is there?
Yeah. I reckon it's going to be 0.2 of a mile more.
0.2 of a mile.
Yeah.
That's not much.
Nah, well, you've got to have some
We'll find
difference.
out, eh? Bring it up to 20 knots. Alright, we're at 1.3 nautical miles, which is where the Suzuki 2-stroke stopped, so there's all extra fuel economy from here to the Suzuki, and shortly we'll be hopefully getting past where the Merc was too.
Oh, there you go. Well, what do we get, Max?
We're at 1.8 nautical miles.
And there's the Merc up there. It's come to a stop.
It'll be 1.9 or 2. So we've just come back from our fuel economy test on the 2 4-strokes, and we managed to get 1.8 miles per litre out of the Suzuki, and Ross got 2 miles per litre out of the Mercury. So about a 10% increase, roughly, 0.2 of a nautical mile per litre, which I think was close to Timmy's guess. What are your overall thoughts for the day, Dad?
The 4-stroke technology is just way quieter and smoother. But having said that, the old 2-strokes still go well. So, you know, in this size, in 30, 40 horsepower, it's not going to stop you from catching fish, but the 4-strokes are definitely nicer. Once again, they're dearer, and the little Suzuki didn't have the trim, so it's the cheapest model. Then I would definitely pick that little 42-stroke Merc. Was a sweet motor, always has been. And between the Suzuki and the Merc and the 4-strokes, Max, I honestly, it would depending on which
can't-
brand you
yeah.
like. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, and what service centre you've got nearby as well. That's always an important consideration. So
Yeah, that's really important.
in the 4-strokes, there was really nothing in it. The Merc was slightly better on economy, and I think the Suzuki felt slightly nicer on the tiller steer and the trim and the mechanics.
Yeah.
And it's got that little rev gauge, so they both have their pluses and minuses, and they are also price pointed appropriately as well. We found that generally from the Suzuki 42-stroke is at that entry level end, and that's the features that it represents, and then you go up to the Merc 42-stroke, and then so on to the 2 4-strokes.
Yeah.
All 4 of them are good motors, and they'll all serve their purpose well for different customers.
And those boats are just awesome all day, just having fun in those. They just, doesn't matter in the chop or turning or going through wakes. So, you know, great little boat to test 4 different platforms. So that's about a wrap from us. That's about what we got to today.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much for watching.